coming out of retirement for this match at the age of 32, but just playing in the first half. A half in which John Slightholme scored a memorable try. So it's Wigan to start this second period. A game which has sparked much debate. And they're still talking all around us about various incidents in that first half, particularly the alleged forward pass. I should also say that we hear from down on the pitch that Brian Campbell, in conjunction with his touch judge, they've offered the view that the pass was at least a yard forward.
I'd hate him to quote from my carpet.
Good drive from Bath. And they keep it on the move until Sanders elects to get the backs moving. De Glanville's kick. Radlinski comes across. It's another cruel bounce. Adi Adebayo is there again. Left it behind for De Glanville. But it was Connolly who reacted first, and then Paul who put it into touch. It was a wicked bounce again, though.
Well, they've had two wicked bounces now at Wigan, but it was a marvellous forward drive from Bath. It really was, and Wigan really had no answer to it. You wouldn't expect them to be fair. And certainly Bath have started this second half knowing they've got to put a few more points on the board. De Glanville's just left the field. He's got a blood injury, I think.
Should also say that Twigamala has moved out of the pack to play in the backs for this second half. Now here's a story. Joe Ewens has come on to play for Bath. He's still at school, still at Colston School. A great prospect. He's the England schoolboys captain, and there's his teacher at school, Andy Robinson at Colston's. So I wonder how young Joe Ewens is feeling. He was showing the ball there but not given it. Slightholme.
Well pinched by the Wigan players then. They worked hard. They stole the ball. They should come up with possession, but has it gone back again?
Ball was on the floor, so Bath get the put in.
And a good position for Bath too. Right smack in front of the post. Go either way, and this will test the back row defence of Wigan.
Ajomo. Of course, the players have to stay down now with the new law. Stay bound at the scrum until the scrum is over. This is Cat. It was a lovely pickup. It was a beautiful run. What a good try from Mike Cat.
Yes, it certainly was. He really is beginning to dictate the fly half position now. It was second phase ball, and Mike Cat saw the huge overlap. Ofaya was faced with three Bath players, and Mike Cat goes over without a hand laid on him.
Super play. You can see how he uses the dummy runner coming back on the inside. You see that Craig Murdoch hesitated, and it's enough for this guy. His class, that there is no doubt. Mike Cat running the angles, used the dummy runner, absolutely wonderful. Craig Murdoch fell for him.
And Callard has rediscovered his kicking form. It was a difficult one, but he judged it well, and Mike Cat's try is one to remember.
Yes, it certainly is. He's got pace too, Mike Cat. And Ofaya was left just hanging on the outside for Lumsden. And Abugu looks to be leaving the field now.
So Victor Abugu goes off. Neil McCarthy has come on. Has been playing at hooker, but did used to prop, so there's no major problem for him there. England under-21 international. Here's Ed Pearce. He's only 20. Cat started this second half well until that moment. Murdoch, Farrell, Twiggamala, where he's so dangerous, of course, out wide. Henry Paul. Twiggamala again, it's beaten one. Joe Ewins went back for further punishment, but he did well. Graham Dorr goes for Bath. Now there's a chance. John Callard, Lumsden's there. Has he got the pace to go all the way? He needed support. And it came from Ewins. He's made quite a start. It's Cat. Another dummy from Cat, and he was almost away. Robinson, a bit tight for Slightholme. Has to bring it back to Sanders. But Bath keeping it alive well and showing their handling skills. Here's Ewins. Just denied. But it's Wigan who deny Bath possession and concede a penalty.
Would have been a dream for the youngster there, Joe Ewins. Went so close, and it was the youngster that actually got involved with the big fella. Vaiga Twiggamala is the man that got hold of the ball, and Twiggamala lost the ball way downfield.
Well, what a start for Joe Ewins, but the party could just about be at an end for him as Phil de Glanville returns after receiving treatment.
Yes, but it's a wonderful 5 or 10 minutes that he's had on the field, and he'll cherish that for some time.
Robinson always sets it back beautifully. De Glanville straight back into the action. Still going, Phil de Glanville. That's a try. So strong in the challenge, Phil de Glanville. He's not a big man, but he's got great strength.
Yes, he certainly has, and if he sees a gap, he'll go absolutely for it. Once again, the cover defence of Wigan hesitated. Robinson just deciding, a bit undecided as to whether to come in, stay out. What do I do? Betwixt and between, really. And de Glanville forces himself over.
All class, isn't it? That really was a good angle run, but a tremendous service from the ruck there. Quick pass, gave him the chance and the opportunity out wide.
So Scott Quinnell is leaving the field now. He's been struggling with injury lately. Pulled a muscle in the sevens. And his place will go to Simon Horton, but here's John Callard. Oh, straight through the middle.
Well, Wigan losing one of their rugby union men, which isn't going to help their cause at all. Scott Quinnell goes off and Simon Horton comes on. And I dare say the Wigan coach will want to play the power game now and say, hold on, boys, you don't leave me out here all game, are you?
But it's been very constructive play by Bath in the second half. They're using the forwards. They know they've got the strength there, and they're just sucking the players midfield. And when you've got the class of de Glanville out wide, they're really making it pay. Nice kick too.
Wigan looking for the quick one, but they may have put themselves in all kinds of trouble here as Ed Pearce went through. Twiggamala, he tried to do the sensible thing, but it backfired there for Wigan.
Yes, indeed, it did. They just indecision, and Bath were certainly following up. Good tactics for Wigan, though. There's no point having the normal line out, but they just couldn't quite get the ball away, and there's all three men around Twiggamala there.
Great defence, applying the pressure all the time.
So Graham West now leaves Twickenham. What a brave effort from him. When I spoke to him last night, he said, look, my inclusion in the side doesn't mean that we're not taking this seriously. I'm really up for this game, and I want to play well, and I've been keeping myself fit. Well, he proved a point out there today, I think.
Yep. A point that he'll be very sore in the morning as well, but full credit to him. As we mentioned before the game, the thing that impressed me at Manchester was the fact, the spirit that it was played, and we've seen it happen again today. It really has been played in a wonderful spirit.
starting to take its toll on Wigan. As is this rolling maul, and Bath almost there now. Sanders, the scrum half, goes in to add extra weight. And as the maul collapses, the referee, quite rightly, for safety reasons, pulls them back for a scrum. But it will be a Bath put-in.
Yes, and I think Bath now, having obviously, comfortably secured this game, 39 points up. There's no point proving any pointers in the scrum now. Just get it in, get it out, and let's see some back play.
Couldn't agree with you more there.
Well, it's the back row move and a Joe move.
And to be fair to Bath, that's exactly what they did. They just rested on that scrum. They're not going to punish Wigan right to the end of the scrummage.
Nice break, though. Plenty of strength. Go underneath the man. That was good work. Really trying hard, but he's a big man to stop. He's enjoyed himself today.
Steve Ajomo has also threatened to go into his work on Monday morning if Bath lose in just his boxer shorts.
Well, I'm glad they're winning. I don't think that would be a pretty sight.
I noticed your bet was more concerned with money than boxer shorts.
I don't think I'll be able to purchase boxer shorts. Bath look as though they've got this well and truly under control the second half. Let's see some three-quarter play now, though.
Well, it's a Jomo again at the base of the scrum, controlling well. Sanders gets it away. Cat, de Glanville, Callard and Slightholme. They all want to touch. It's Slightholme with the break. But it could be Wigan with the break now as a fire will chase. But the ball beats everybody.
Well, they left it too late to use the backs, Bath. They went for the pushover. Didn't work. Credit to Wigan for not collapsing to that scrum. Would have easily gone down. Ball goes loose, and quite rightly, Wigan. Be nice to see Marshall Fire have a go, wouldn't it?
I think all the crowd was disappointed there that the ball did finally go into touch. Not many opportunities. And that's come about by the tremendous pressure and defence. I have been impressed with the way that Bath have moved up. They put the pressure on Wigan, who really have not got started in the second stanza.
The game as a spectacle just has to open up though now.
Well, one would expect so, wouldn't Miles, at 39-0. I think the crowd are wanting to see the Union side rub it in. Why not? We did the same at Manchester.
The platform is there, and away goes Callard. Lovely running from Callard. With the ball going forward. Yes, just this last 5 minutes or so, the tendency is to be from Bath. You can understand it in a way to go for the back row move, but they have got the backs, and when we see them, it's been a delight.
Yes, indeed, and John Callard, the gaps are opening up. There's space to be had now for these Bath backs, and certainly they must make full use of it.
Cat. Adi Adebayo brings in Lumsden. Wigan killing the ball.
Played hard, Twiggamala. But we can see that they're going through the repertoire of moves. Crisscross, bringing the winger in. Well matched by Wigan on that occasion, but they did kill the ball.
Robinson. De Glanville. Yates. So disappointed to miss out on the cup final. De Glanville. And where did that come flying from? It's taken by a fire, and the upshot could well be a clear overlap here for Wigan. Bradlinski has seen it. Henry Paul. A fire. Great chance here. He's got Murdoch with him, and Murdoch is going to go, and Murdoch is going to score from their own line.
Well, they've waited a long time. It was good work right from behind their own sticks. And Paul back on the inside. Fire did the right thing. Good support play, though, by Craig Murdoch. And nothing was going to go and stop him. Determination there. He'll remember that for a long time. Craig Murdoch in at the corner. Martin Fire. It was good defence. They covered well, but they run out of numbers. Well down the little half-back, Craig Murdoch. Great try, length of the field.
Well, it doesn't matter what code you support, Union or League. That was a wonderful try from Wigan to go the whole length of the field with the hands they showed, the lines of running they showed. Radlinski a little bit across to start with, but certainly they know how to finish this Wigan side when they get a sniff of the line, and that really has brought the house down. It really has. The crowd, to a man, lady and child, were up on their feet supporting that Wigan try.
So it's Andrew Farrell with the conversion. It's a nice strike, but not quite the direction. So Wigan have to settle with the try, but it was a good one. John Slightholme is discussing whether he should leave the field. He's just been receiving some treatment.
I think young Joe Ewens has got his tracksuit off, wanting to have a bit more of top-class rugby.
And why not? He enjoyed his few minutes out there on the big park. Slightholme leaves the field.
Yes, he was fair sprinting down Joe Ewens to take part again. John Slightholme limps off. He will get a rest now. And no doubt return next season. Not just a Bath but England jersey. Had a great first season in international rugby. Cat. The tester, the high ball. De Glanville all over Radlinski. And the penalty is given.
Well, it's the first up and under we've seen all afternoon. A good one too, but Wigan did well. They blocked De Glanville going through, quite rightly. He didn't like it too much and jumped far too early. Now then, can Bath counter?
It's the fresh legs of Joe Ewens first to get back there, and the Campisi-style skip away from Ewens, and he finds hard. He continues to impress, doesn't he?
Plenty of toe there.
Taken a knock there, though.
Yeah. Got one for his corner, got taken out, but it was a nice break, so plenty of pace.
No break there from De Glanville as Farrell was quickly up. Sanders, Cat. They missed out Robinson to give it to the pace of Adi Adebayo. But there was another Robinson, Jason Robinson, who was covering. Ewens is back on his feet. Adi Adebayo is wondering just how he couldn't wriggle away.
Been a good battle, hasn't it, the two wingers, Adebayo, Jason Robinson. See, he offered him the outside run. Touchline became his friend.
Tuigamala. Connolly. A fire. Will this be a fire's run? Well, he got support from Radlinski. And now it's Radlinski on Adebayo. And it was a good race as well. Adebayo must make it available, although Radlinski went down on him. And it's because of that we have a penalty, and it goes to Bath.
Absolutely right, Marge. Adebayo, as he goes back, he cannot, the player following cannot dive on him. He must allow him to stand up. He must stay on his feet, Radlinski. You know, there's no way that Adebayo can play the ball there at all.
Well, I'm sure that's one of the finer points that Radlinski wouldn't know.
Yeah, there's no reason why he should, probably. And
no.
You know, the poor lad, he'd run 70 yards in his own kick. He wanted to do something when he got there.
It's pretty difficult to run that far and then just stand there.
Yeah, but he just stands and just gets the ball of Adebayo. If Adebayo doesn't release, and obviously it's a penalty against him.
Graham Dorr to throw to this line out. Dorr missed the first match, so he was itching to go in this one.
Been some tremendous jumping though, hasn't there, from Nigel Redmond. He really is a master at that art.
Ewens with the kick through. The more experienced de Glanville, his skipper, chasing. But it's Radlinski who goes back and just concedes possession. John Callard. Well caught by replacement Simon Horton, who's another Wigan player with rugby union experience. He was a schoolboy international. Here's Mike Catt. Adebayo. Robinson there staying on his feet, just proving that it is possible. At the breakdown. This is Catt. Nice little chip. But some hands on the floor from Bath, and the penalty goes Wigan's way. Here's Farrell, arms pumping. They're calling for it inside. Robinson is chasing through. Ewens is trying to get back. Murdoch is there as well. But it was Joe Ewens and Phil de Glanville also who went back there, and it was de Glanville who got hands on it.
Tremendous work by the Bath skipper, but good support play. Farrell kicked the ball through. Robinson, but great work by the skipper, Phil de Glanville. He's had a fine game. He's shown his class today.
Stuart, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think another man who showed his class today is Andy Farrell. Great pace, sees the gap, takes it well, and he's got a great footballing brain, as that kick illustrated. What a player.
Taken by Pearce from that restart. Robinson. Catt. Awkward for Radlinski. Better bounce this time. But this is a familiar situation for Radlinski to run from deep. And he supports well. Henry Paul. He's got a bit of glue on the end of those fingers. And the dancing shoes are working as well. And the penalty to follow.
I'm sure he was offside on that position. Robinson was in an offside.
Wigan starting to play well here with Simon Horton going. It's been a good period for Wigan. Connolly. And there's the extra man. It was Cassidy. But it led to the knock-on. Mick Cassidy there.
Great play by Wigan, keeping the ball alive. The crowd like this. Nice inside pass there from Connolly. Cassidy trying to get it away, and you can see that it was a Bath fingertip that got to it. But I don't think that's been picked up by the referee. Give them head and feed, the Bath side.
Head and feed?
You know what I mean, Miles.
Sanders.
Well, Bath taking the easy option there. There's, as we said before, going to be some tired legs out there. I think it's quite right that Bath have stopped scrummaging. Wigan certainly did Bath a few favours in the latter stages up at Main Road the other week, so Bath are returning the compliment now. They've made their point about the scrummaging.
Well, I think the crowd want to look forward to expansive open football. It just shows you what Wigan could have done perhaps if they would have got possession, but I'd love to see the possession stats. Must be horrendous, really. I mean, the amount of ball that Bath have had and controlled, it's been a fine effort from them.
And Penalty goes Wigan's way there. Bath were killing it. This is Farrell again. Starting to really take control, Farrell, in those situations. But it's easy for Callard. And here the referee can give, as we look at Sean Edwards there, interesting point as Wigan put the ball dead. Bath can ask for the put into the scrum on their own 22 instead of take the dropout. They have the dropout option.
Yes, that's right. We've seen that in the Super 12s that I'm sure people have been following, that you have this option, and I'm pretty sure that most sides will go for the scrummage option.
Henry Paul. Farrell. Tuigamala gets away from one, and he's still going. They'll never get him. As sure as night follows day, Tuigamala gets those.
Tremendous player, Wigan Tuigamala, but good work by the Wigan forwards. They got the ball, spun it out wide, took the risk. For such a big man, poetry in motion, and lovely step and the strength. Farrell was at a superb game. But there you can see the hesitation. The youngster, on this occasion, no match for him. Just shrugs them away. Sheer strength there. But there you see where they've pinched the ball.
Yes, but once it got back, there was certainly very much on, and Wigan knew it. It's the wide ball here. Now, as you freeze it there, look how this man here, he's betwixt and between. He doesn't know whether to go for Tuigamala or not. Takes a sensible option and doesn't, probably. But I tell you what, there's a few checkbooks around in rugby union at the moment. You're going to need an awfully big one to lure this chap away from Central Park, I would imagine.
Yep, you're spot on there. He's probably the best in the world in both codes.
Farrell successful with the conversion. Wigan have 12 points. Bath lead 39-12.
Well, here's the finish of this move again, and you're talking power, you're talking pace, you're talking body strength as well. He's a great class act. Wonderful player.
But Jamie's point, Steve-O, about Bath just letting up a little bit at the scrum, it's a valid one, isn't it?
Oh, of course, it's they've been controlling it. But the crowd want to see open football now. It's been a great celebration, and we're going to get it.
With Tuigamala going again. John Callard is the last line of defence, although Bath getting men back there now, and Callard just did enough to put Tuigamala off his stride.
Well, it was a great run by Tuigamala, but he really should have offloaded the football. He thought perhaps he had the strength, and you could see that he's not happy with it. And Connolly and Robinson in support, and really he should have been looking to twist in the tackle and keep that ball alive. He knows it too.
The second half score looked at in isolation, 14-12 to Bath, so a much better performance by Wigan in this period.
Ironic, Bath have gone back to the old tactic. The nerves, perhaps.
What, a 39-12? I don't think it's quite that, Steve-O, to be frank with you.
No, they're nervous at the crowd giving them the bird. I think that's what it is. Well, they really have controlled it, haven't they? It's been a good spectacle to watch.
I think the good thing is, too, we've seen all sides of the Union game. It is a game of rucks and mauls and line-outs and scrums, whether you like it or not, and certainly your components have been shown by Bath here today, and Wigan have obviously added some great gloss to it by the two wonderful tries that they've scored so far.
So just over 10 minutes to go, and Bath will be looking to finish on a high. Redman, Cat, de Glanville. It's looked dangerous, but not that time. swallowed up. Pearce. Sanders again. Cat. And here's Adi Adebayo. Had a fine match. Sanders tapping and going. Wigan not 10 metres. Robinson alive to the threat. It's with Graham Dorr, and he felt that from Terry O'Connor.
That's what we call a crunch hit. And bang. Oof.
Well, it's been deemed a dangerous tackle. The penalty has been given.
Well, I thought the hands, if they were touching the body, that's deemed as a OK tackle. Jamie, perhaps you could explain it to me.
Well, you've got to use the hands to try and get hold of the body. That's the difference. That's what constitutes a tackle.
And Bath took the scrum again from the penalty. They're without Adi Adebayo at the moment, who's down injured, but they probably won't need him if the forwards continue to do work like this. The referee has given the try. He was on the verge of giving a penalty try. But the try was given, and Bath have reasserted their dominance.
Well, certainly not the way that this crowd wanted that. I think they would have rather have seen a wonderful flourish from the Bath three-quarters.
Well, it was easy in the end for Ian Sanders, but feeling the pain is Adi Adebayo. Got one in the ribs. And that means Rich Butland has come onto the field.
Yes, it's the end of a long season, and Adebayo, who's had a wonderful season, sadly departs injured. And the season couldn't end soon enough, I don't think, these Bath lads, going since pre-season training, late July, August last year. So they deserve a pretty good rest over this summer.
Graham Dorr has also come off as we watch Callard's kick drift wide. Felt that challenge, of that there's no doubt, but he seems to have felt a twinge at the back of the leg.
Yeah, I think it's a hamstring problem. It's finally taken him off the field. Rough customer, a bit impressed with his work. Industrious, to say the least.
And Gary French is on. His father Ray, a dual international in League and Union. De Glanville.
Wigan's tactics there, kicking the ball deep in the hope perhaps that the kick wasn't all that good. It really has been the only way that Wigan have gained possession when the kicking from Bath hasn't been excellent.
Phil de Glanville, the latest to suffer, as French, the new boy, goes through. But it went forward. Wigan ball. It's been fast and furious, and it's taken its toll.
Yes, it certainly has, and the crowd will certainly have enjoyed this as we wait for another change, I think, in the players as the scrum starts.
Charlie Harrison's come on for Bath, and he will be required here because away goes Radlinski. Connolly, and it's Harrison who's trying to track back, but it's a fire who gets in. Robinson out to Connolly again, and in the end there were enough Bath men. But we can keep on coming. And de Glanville's off the floor there, and I've got to ask how many players have Bath got on the field?
Isn't that loitering with intent?
We've had 13 aside, 15 aside, why not 16 aside?
Well, de Glanville's now gone down injured again, so having intercepted that Wigan move, he stopped that, and down he goes again. There he is, he's left the physio. I'll take that. Stop this attack of Wigan's, keep the ball going our way. And he's now still receiving treatment from the physiotherapist.
Quick thinking.
Charlie Harrison is being told just to wait until he's called onto the field. Phil de Glanville's staying on.
Well, if it isn't bad enough for Wigan as it is with 15, Bath having 16, not that I'd make that an excuse, Miles.
Here's Redmond. It's been a thoroughly entertaining afternoon. As always, games like this just require that piece of action at the end that you can take away to the car park or the train station.
Well, it would be nice to finish off with a flourish. Try from either side. Love to see a Fire get a good run.
Another replacement. Andrew Craig replaces Radlinski. Craig, normally a fullback, also plays wing and centre. So many of these Wigan players are versatile and can slot into any position in their own code. Sanders. Cat. Ewens.
Could see Twiggamala bearing down on him. He did well to step out of it.
Here goes Robinson. Butland. And a long blast from the referee. He wants it to calm down. I want to end on a sour note. Bath get a penalty.
Good play, though, by Bath. They kept that ball alive.
Hello.
Super stuff, quick hands.
Robinson has a Jomo with him. But he went forward.
I think it's obviously getting a bit casual at the moment, but I think Bath would like to get 50 on the board.
I'm sure they would. Robinson wanted. Get there, quick pass to Jomo.
Paul running into the post. Still finding Connolly. Here's Twiggamala. And here's Robinson. And he's away. Now, he's got support back inside. Again, it's from Murdoch. And Murdoch's going to go for it. And he's going to get the race to go his way to finish off. Another move from behind the Wigan line. Oh, yes.
A tired-looking Craig Murdoch on the second occasion, but good adventurous play. Something that you would never dream of doing in rugby league, playing safety first in that area, but they know they have that little possession. And look at this man go. Unselfish, ball back on the inside from Robinson. Murdoch, who's had a fine game, came in for the injured Sean Edwards. He certainly can hold his head up high. That's a fine try.
Great return to Twickenham for Twiggamala. Last played here, of course, with the All Blacks.
Well, it's not often you see two tries that are scored from so deep behind their own try line. Twice Wigan have scored tries from today, and the pace in their side is quite outstanding. And Twiggamala just explaining to the reserve match referee, Chris Rees, what he's about. But I think Wigan have won this second half.
Yes, it was 25-0 at half-time. Wigan had a couple more points to make it Bath 44, Wigan 19. Jamie, your man of the match.
Well, my saving prospect man of the match today is Andy Robinson. I think once again he's shown how useful a link man is and the manner in which he plays it. And I just admire his attitude to the game of rugby union and his commitment to his club.
And that's it. Bath have won by 44 points to 19. It was a convincing victory because of their power up front, but certainly in the second half, when Wigan moved it out wide, once again we saw the true quality in their side, especially when it comes down to a one-on-one situation. Jack Brow, the England Rugby Union manager, will have admired that. Phil de Glanville will be pleased that his side has redressed the balance and that Bath are victors on their terms. And just as at Main Road, both sides showing great spirit at the end. Both matches played in a tremendous spirit. Andy Robinson, our man of the match, exchanging jerseys with Shem Tatupu after their battle. And much to Wigan's credit, you have to admire the way in which they came to terms with the laws of the game. They got stronger and stronger as the match went on, but you have to remember that Bath certainly toned it down up front. They were winning the scrummage and line-out battle with ease, and certainly in the scrums in the second half, they just took the foot off the pedal. Bath 44, Wigan 19, the final score in this Save and Prosper challenge.
Well, it's certainly been a great afternoon's entertainment, and I think that there's always been respect for both codes between the players, but I think that's now grown to a much wider audience, and that's good for both codes as well. And Wigan have certainly produced some wonderful tries here this afternoon. They've been very welcome visitors to Twickenham over the last month or so, and really it's been great to be here to see two great champion sides, their respective codes, on one pitch. And Bath take the honours today, quite rightly, but Wigan certainly do themselves very proud indeed.
Yes, the whole exercise has certainly encouraged interest in the sport of rugby, be it union or league, and that's so refreshing. A lot of people were talking about this match in the build-up, as they were towards the build-up to Main Road. And the more that people talk about rugby, the more people will play rugby.